Hey guys, it's me, Bernie Bear, and welcome back to another video. Now in this video, I'm going to be continuing the Fixing Fortnite series. So this is episode 5, not chapter 2, season 5, but instead Fortnitemares 2020. Since, I decided I'll make a whole episode on it, because if I put it in the chapter 2, season 4 video, it would have been way too long. So yeah, we're here. The next one will be chapter 2, season 5, so let's just get into it. So, starting us off, a better Ghostbusters collab. I'm talking original 4 Ghostbusters skins, Egon, Ray, Peter, and Winston. And not these bozos. An Ecto 4 glider, maybe a music pack, and an epic Slimer wrap. Ghostbusters is a super cool franchise, and the fact that Epic did it so dirty is really sad. Like, you cannot tell me you wouldn't have loved a proper Ghostbusters collab. Point number 2, make Shadow Midas a skin. Now, funnily enough, whenever I wrote this script, Shadow Midas wasn't a skin, but in Fortnitemares 2021, he is a skin. But I definitely think they should have done it back in 2020. If Epic made Shadow Midas a skin last year, they would have made bank. But at the same time, I know people would have complained if Shadow Midas was a skin and not a style for the original Midas. But, look at skins like Star Flare, Midsummer Midas, and Summer Drift. Epic isn't afraid to make skins that look very similar to other skins. And besides, a Shadow Midas skin is sick. Point number 3, make Fortnitemares its own LTM with different versions of it. Solos, duos, and squads. Instead of replacing regular solos, duos, and squads. This way, we can have both regular Fortnite and Fortnitemares. For all the people that don't want to turn into a ghost every time they die. Point number 4, buff the Fiend Hunter crossbow's damage from 50 to 60, then the headshot damage from 75 to 80. While Epic did make the Fiend Hunter slightly better in Fortnitemares 2020, I still feel like it just wasn't enough. Now, I was originally going to have a point on buffing the Fiend Hunter's damage on shadows, but I actually think the Fiend Hunter's damage for them was pretty good. Alright, so this next point is something that would be very interesting. Nerf the shadow's damage by 10. This means that the first hits of the slash attack would go from 25 to 15, then the last hit of the attack would go from 35 to 25. This would put a bigger emphasis on needing to stick with your horde instead of running off like a bunch of people did. Point number 6, an animated lobby background. Look at this lobby. It's a pretty cool image, right? Correct. It's a cool image, but not a cool lobby. I think it needed movement, like all of the Chapter 2 backgrounds do. Maybe the candles fire could be moving, maybe the purple fire could be moving, maybe the clouds could be moving. And there we go. Isn't that so much better? But seriously, though, the Fortnitemares 2020 lobby background wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. And finally, the final point, I know, this video was really quick. Point number 7, my final change to Fortnitemares 2020 is a way to come back from being a shadow. This is something that a lot of people wanted, myself included. So, Epic could do this by adding something called a Revive Cauldron. Something that I came up with by myself, might I add. So these things would only be in the Fortnitemares LTM, and they would be at every major POI. The way Revive Cauldrons would work is like this. You'd only be able to use it if you're a shadow, and you'd have to consume and deposit a certain amount of items into the cauldron. Maybe like 30, I don't know. And you would have to be at max health in order to do so. So let's say you're at 50 health, you'd have to eat stuff to get to your normal health, and then deposit that 30 into the cauldron. Then, once you've deposited the required amount of items into the cauldron, you can come back as a normal player. You would have a gray pistol and 100 wood like a reboot van, and you would spawn in this guy. Now, something to note about this system. If you're eliminated when you come back from being a shadow, you won't be a shadow again, you'll just die. A Revive Cauldron would deactivate for the rest of the match the second the storm touches it, because, I don't know, we can have some lore in there that they're made from the storm and it involves the loop. I don't know. And finally, if you're alive and you try to interact with the Revive Cauldron, it won't do anything, and you can't break them either, like with your pickaxe or building. So yeah, that's a wrap. We're finally done with Chapter 2, Season 4. Obviously, again, next up is Chapter 2, Season 5. But, this video took a little bit to make, and it's definitely shorter than Chapter 2, Season 5's video, so I don't know when that will come out. But until then, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.